Whoever created daylight savings time, I need you to run it back for me. All right. A couple months ago, you just said I could have an extra hour of sleep. And now you're like, psych. I now lose 1 hour and you still want me to be a productive citizen in society? That ain't gonna cut it. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming back. So today I'm going to do a small recap about Euphoria. And I know, before we even get into it, it's Euphoria this, Euphoria that. Why don't Euphoria get a job? Doesn't even make any sense. Y'all just want to sit here and watch a TV show with a bunch of high school kids having sex and doing drugs. Irresponsible. Canceled. But y'all out here watching, what is it? Love is Blind? Love is Blind. Strangers Falling in Love? It's a soap opera. That's what you're watching, a modern day soap opera. Which means you too are wasting your time on people as well. So I know the internet has already done their dissertations regarding Euphoria. I've seen multiple YouTube videos regarding the show. Euphoria is mid, the fashion is questionable. Season 2, what is it? How come? How, some, why? And all the little theories and kind of the disappointments that people have had. And I'm just gonna do, a high and low of what I think about the show overall. And maybe, some commentary regarding season 2. So off the bat, I really like the show. I think Euphoria is a great show. Aesthetically pleasing. The lighting is amazing. I think they do a great job of really focusing on these dark themes, and it kind of pulls you in regarding intimacy with the characters. So I think the biggest low with season 2 is the fact that it's a blunder of a love story that nobody really cares about. Season 2, it mainly focuses regarding Cassie, Nate, and Maddie. And the first couple episodes, it's like you kind of care, and then later on it just drags it out so much that it's kind of painful. And even though in the finale that fight was amazing and how it wrapped up regarding with Lexi in the play, it's like you could have cut out 85% of it. You have a person who's a trash friend with somebody else who is a trash person, and they're both fighting over a trash boy. That's about it. And then we have Nate's dad, Cal, who literally has an emotional breakdown every single episode. And I have to be there, front row, to see it. And I'm like, sir, do we not take accountability for our actions? Is that, well, I mean, he is a white man. So but he genuinely is going through it, right? But it's his own demise, so I don't even care. I don't have any empathy. It's just a lot of secondhand embarrassment, a lot of cheeks, a lot of nudity, and it mixture in between. And then he like goes out with a bang where he pisses on the floor and he's like, forget y'all, okay? I'm living my best life. I never loved you. I hate you. You need help. Pisses on the floor, takes the family photo, which has a mysterious child that y'all ain't never gonna tell me about, and then he leaves. It's like deuce deuce baby goose. I don't get it. The last low that I have regarding season 2 is this whole Elliot, Jules, and Rues situation. Elliot, we don't know who this man is. Like, we still don't know who are you? Okay, why are you here? He is this blonde-haired man with an apple tattoo that can sing and play the guitar and has great music, and is also, too, a drug addict that joins in with Rue, right? But then he ends up just, like, messing up everything and not taking accountability for nothing. And then that's it. Elliot ends up being friends with Rue, and he comes into the relationship regarding Rue and Jules. I feel like he's a manipulator. I feel like he's a guy that's trying to live out a fantasy regarding a relationship between two women, and nobody wants to acknowledge that, but sure. He also gets in the way of Rue's sobriety by like doing one of the biggest betrayals in the whole show that gets exposed and seen, but it's never talked about. And I just don't understand. My theory behind Elliot is that he was a part of the drug ring of the woman that Rue went to. But I guess I'm wrong. I guess he's just there to do drugs and mess up her relationship. So I'm gonna move on to the highs of the show, which really made it worth it for me watching season 2, or I guess enduring season 2. It's not that bad. It's just slow. I promise you. But one big high for me is most definitely Fez and Ash. I love them together. They are my favorite brothers that are not brothers. I think Fez, he kind of carried his back for season 2. I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel like he got a herniated disc from kind of carrying that plot line, and he did a great job. Fez and Lexi, love them together. You have a smart brainiac falling in love with a man who he can look at the clouds and just really draw out poetry in a dissertation. And I like the dynamic duo between them two. I also like how the fact that they genuinely have a friendship that buds into a relationship and they not clapping cheeks from jump. You know, I like a build-up. I like a little romance, you know? Fez and Lexi, what I really like about their relationship is that it really is kind of like an innocent, pure relationship. They come from like two different opposite worlds. They're very polar opposites, yet they somewhat find things that they like in common and build from there. And I just really like that. It's simple, it's unique, and you really see how they bring out the best in each other. And Lexi doesn't judge Fez for what he does. And I think that comes from the fact of her father. And Fez, even though he feels like he's not good enough for Lexi, he tries to bring out the best version of himself. And he really is himself. And for that, with Lexi, that is enough. And I think it's great. I think it's amazing. It's heartwarming a little bit, you know? Ash as a character, he really is amazing. He's like, put up or shut up. Okay? Ash grabs the gat and he rat-a-tat-tat-tat. Every single episode. That man, he is the definition, the birth of choosing violence. And I am here for it. I've never seen somebody just genuinely pop off in all situations. It's violence first. Like, we just gonna do violence first and we talk about it later. Or we're not even really gonna talk about it because you were stupid in the beginning. That's really his logic. And I like it. And the last thing that I'm going to touch on is Rues' journey, specifically her maturity and really how she ebbs and flows her way through season 2. I'm not going to talk about Jules because Jules, she's canceled in my mind. No ma'am. Number one thing that I really like about this show, and I hope that they keep, is that they don't shy away the fact of Rue being at her rock bottom. You kind of see a preview of it in season 1 at the finale regarding that montage of her fighting with her mom. But in season 2, they really get into it. Season 2, there are a lot of scenes that are heartbreaking. It's gut-wrenching. It really kind of makes your stomach turn. And I like that because it's a reality and it's the truth regarding what she's going through. I also like the fact that they don't villainize her as a character, and she actually admits the truths of the fact that she doesn't want to be clean, that she likes being high, and she doesn't care about the consequences that comes behind it. It really gives a sense of reality, and it makes her a really relatable character. In season 2, I feel like you get a darker side of Rue, how she manipulates people, how she's an abuser, how she gaslights people, how she has no care about what her actions does or how they affect other people. And you really see the narcissism in herself and how she gets enveloped with just being high and staying on drugs. And that's the only way she feels like she can be a better person, and how she really believes that backwards logic. And I also like the truths that you see from her mother and her sister and how you see the pain that they're in. Even the scene that she had with Ali and how she never thought that she could be that person, but she ends up being that person. Because for her, being high is way more important than seeking help or trying to put on a face that she's not struggling and that she'll be okay and she has a positive mindset, when really for her it's like, I don't care about being sober, I just want to be high and go about my life, but still love me as a person, still see that I'm trying. It really is, it's a very high contradiction of beliefs and morals that kind of blends all together, and you see that play out throughout season 2. The biggest disappointment that for me in season 2 is that you don't see the viewpoint and really the backstory regarding her mother or regarding her sister Gia. And I want to see that because that's important to the story. I don't care about Cal. I don't care about Cassie or Maddie that much when you still have people in her family that are being affected by her addiction and you're not showcasing that. I do like how in season 2, Ali encourages Gia to be more vocal about how she feels about her sister being a drug addict, and how you see her mother even have an honest talk with her, really, about how you're just going to continue to be doing drugs. Why should I even care? Julia, as a drug dealer, she is scary. Okay, she is sweet, calm, and nice. She was a school teacher that ends up being a drug dealer, and she don't even deal the drugs, y'all. She has people doing her dirty work for her. But she's also like, if you cross me, I'll make you disappear and send you to some sick people. Like, she's Carol Baskin. She is the brunette, calmer version of Carol Baskin. No cats, just pills. The montage that you see with her father, I feel like, is the true revelation that she has regarding her addiction. The episode before, her mother says that she's a bad person, but in her mind, her dad tells her that she's a good person. The way that she breaks down and really goes to ground zero and becomes essentially nothing, so helpless, is the only way that she can build herself back up. And I really like how you see the rawness of that journey. It's not pretty. It's ugly. It's disturbing, but it's honest. And I like that honesty that they continue to show with Rue. And I feel like that's what really made season 2 worth it, in my opinion, to watch it all the way through. And it was definitely worth it seeing how she had matured in the last episode, watching her trauma on stage, essentially, and how she walked away from it. Even how she walked away from Jules, which I said, period. Because we don't like her. Forget her. Move on. You deserve better. Shout out to Labyrinth for breaking my heart. Okay, with this music, I'm tired. Whew. It makes me emotionally unstable. It's so good. It's like you want to cry. It's a good cry, man. And then Zendaya on the vocals. I can't. It's too much. And it's amazing. The budget, whoever has the budget, this is it. This is what I'm asking for. This is what I would pay my money for. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Season 3 of Euphoria, I don't know what it is, but bring me in that writer's room. I don't want it to be about Jules. And I don't even want to see Kat. She didn't exist. And don't bring back Cal. Also, forget Nate. I don't know. Start fresh. Let me know what you guys think about Euphoria. Do you hate it? Do you like it? Is it mid? Is it high? Should it even exist? I don't know. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.